Everyone, Lord Daimyo here, and I am here to talk to you about what we found out in Chapter 4 of Candy Flurry. So, let me just refresh your memory. As we got introduced to Irie, who was one of the one-star Recette agents, we found out in Chapter 4 that she is one of 5 Recette agents who are sweet users. So, we already know EDA is the vanilla ice cream user. And what I'm going to be doing today is just speculating and giving out theories and using context clues and stuff to see and guess what the sweet users are for the other 4. So, let me show you the one only panel that we got giving us any hints. This panel right here. So, as we see, the very front and center, EDA, and we already know vanilla ice cream user. So, we've got 4 other people behind her, and we're assuming that these are the other 4 sweet users of the Recette agents. So, let's just do some guessing right now. I think the easiest one to be able to see would be the one on the right. So this looks like this person is younger, or shorter at least, possibly younger, maybe a boy or a girl. I mean, maybe a girl. I think the biggest clue that we could get for what sweet this person has is a sort of liquid that's circling around them. So, as far as what sweet this could be, I mean, there are a lot of liquid sweets. And the Candy Flurry manga doesn't really differentiate these sweet users. Like, at first, at least I was led to believe it was just candy. But then we saw donuts and macaroons. And, I mean, those are more like baked goods. But then we still have the lollipop and the ice cream. So it's sort of a weird whatever you want. So as far as liquid goes, maybe like a maple syrup or some other sort of liquid candy or candy syrup. I really can't tell. I mean, it being black and white, you really aren't getting much clues of what it could be. And the consistency of this liquid really doesn't help either. You would think if it was something syrupy and thicker, that it wouldn't be broken into globules like it is here. But any other real liquidy liquid's kind of perplexing, unless something like a drink, like a full drink would count, like hot chocolate or a sort of sweeter tea or coffee drink. But I think if it were something like bubble tea or something, you'd see tapioca pearls in there, or maybe some steam if it was a hot drink. But I'm not sure. I would think if they were on the same level or higher than EDA, her being able to just release mass amounts of just ice cream and cold and free stuff is a pretty high tier sweet. So all 4 of these must be a pretty high tier sweet too. So I don't think any sort of coffee or tea drink would be, a huge deal. So I'm gonna guess a syrup or a maple syrup, some sort of candy syrupy thing for this sweet user Recette agent on the right. So that's my theory there. Let me know what you think. But let's move on to the next easiest one. It's the person on the right. This is a taller person, and it looks like they're wearing a full suit of like European medieval armor, like a knight in armor. But it also looks like something's wrapping around this person too. And I think this one's a little more obvious to tell. I mean, at first it kind of looked like an eel, but that couldn't be it. So I'm thinking this is sort of a ribbon taffy, or like a saltwater taffy, because it really makes sense that, I mean, it looks like it, and that'd be a pretty good sweet ability too. So I imagine they could use it like a lance or a sword, because if they're like a knight. So I think that one's a pretty easy and obvious one. So let's move on to the person in the back left. So this person has like a scarf and a black and white stripe jacket or shirt on. And you really can't see much except for these little shards, these little black shards in front of them. And for me, the very first thing I thought were Pop Rocks. So if you guys know what these are, it's a mostly sugar-based hard candy that are in little chunks like this, little shards. And once they touch a liquid like saliva in your mouth, they start popping because they have like little holes in them or something where they're dissolving. So really the only other thing I think that would look like that would be like maybe the stripes are like a candy cane or other like spearmint peppermint stick, but why would you have like tiny bits of it instead of like a huge candy cane or something? So I don't know about that. Maybe like chocolate shavings, but that really doesn't make sense either. So I really think Pop Rocks is what this character's sweet ability is. I mean, they could lodge these tiny shards anywhere and then cause them to explode on contact or whenever they want. That seems like a really high tier sweet ability. So I think that would match EDA's sweet ability. So, and then this one's the hardest one. The one on the back right. And it looks like they're just wearing a white coat, and it seems like they're the tallest person here. And we really can't see much. The only thing I am seeing that could give us any hint is what's on their right shoulder. It looks like their hand or like fingers. And if that's the case, then perhaps their right arm stops at the elbow there above, this shorter person's head, and then sort of winds and curls up to these fingers. If that's the case, then, I mean, who knows what this is? I would think some sort of elastic ability where they could turn their body, but we haven't seen anyone else turn their body into a sweet. Well, I mean, the donut guy kinda did, I guess. Or did he just have donuts on his body? I'm not sure. Well, if they can turn their body, then maybe it's we already have a taffy. So, maybe something, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, some sort of taffy or gum, maybe, actually? That might be the best guess. Maybe like a chewing gum or a bubble gum. That way it'd be also really sticky, very malleable. They could like blow a bubble and like fly or whatever. I think that's probably the best guess we're gonna get. Who knows? But those are my predictions. Of course, we have EDA with the vanilla ice cream. Then I'm gonna predict the shorter person to the left is maple syrup. The person on the right is a taffy, like a ribbon taffy. The person in the back left is Pop Rocks, and the person on the back right would be chewing gum or bubble gum. So, it's my predictions. I hope we get to see one or some of these, or all of these, hopefully, soon in the chapters. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys have similar thoughts to what I do, or completely different ones? I want to know, because maybe you guys are thinking of a sweet that is just blanking in my head and I just can't think of it. But anyways, let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.